So, hello, welcome to the journey of life, soul, and spirit. I am Sunstar X Unknown, in the physical known as Marco Dane. Don't mind me, I'm just rolling me a blunt. We all smoke. Shit, after having, I ain't had no fucked up morning, but after collecting my thoughts this morning and going through the shit that I went through emotionally, I had to make this video. I will be posting to YouTube later because it won't let me go live. And I would do the best I can to go on Facebook and share it because I just did this video and Facebook just basically took my audio, so maybe I could upload it here. So I just want to talk about a few things. Sorry if I sound a little off, but I'm really not feeling it this morning. I'm really not, to be honest. So I'm gonna be vulnerable in this moment. Thank you, Camson. No, I haven't always been vulnerable. Since awakening, I've learned to be truthful with myself and those and others around me. You know, um, the message I had for them was more of like for my friends and family on Facebook because they're just now getting into awakening and things are, happening for them. I wouldn't say conscious, I would say their intellect because I don't like the word conscious. Conscious have the word con in it, and I'm starting to notice these words are really fucked up. So I like to go with intellect. Um, their intellect is awakening, and I felt like it would help somebody, and I felt spirit say, "Oh, you need to do a video. We don't care how long it is or how you feel right now. We don't care if you got to go to community service or whatever." Right? So I'm being vulnerable and truthful right now because a nigga do smoke weed. I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat and hide shit. Am I weaning myself off of it? Yes. Addiction is a motherfucker. Kids don't do drugs. Or if you at least gonna do marijuana, get with a spiritual professional. I wouldn't say me because I ain't on that level yet. I'm a spiritual professional, but what I'm about to tell you, I'm not to that level yet because I'm still smoking weed. You want to get with a spiritual professional, in my opinion, that will help you in your addiction and give you some things. I tried Moldavite, which y'all know things disappear. I have a connection with fairies, okay? And I realized my connection with fairies through Tiffany Messenger. Thank you, Tiffany Messenger. She said that when the babies that are stillborn or that pass away after they've been birthed into this world they go to the fairy kingdom, which I could believe it. So I had a sister that was born after me, a year after me, and she didn't make it. So I say to you, Dana, who is Starfire. Thank you. That's her name in the other realm, Starfire. So my definition of being vulnerable is being truthful with self and speaking your truth so others can learn how to deal with their demons and darkness, right? So today I woke up not in a bad mood, but not in a good mood neither. And I felt like it was heavy on me to talk about it. So I'm not going to try to be long because I know it takes forever for YouTube, it don't take forever to load the video. It's fucking Facebook don't allow you to do shit. So how should I put this? There's a lot of things that I don't like, and I'm doing my best to transmute the shit. May my mother and father rest in peace. But I had to deal with rejection and abandonment from them. I wrote them letters last year. I was told that they received it. But I'm still feeling some type of way. Even with the work I do, am I sitting in front of a mirror every night? No, I should now. I try to co-manage my spirituality, if you want to call it that. And that's not even the way it's supposed to be done. It's supposed to freely flow. That's why the ancestors had me sit down during the winter. I mean, I was doing work, but I need to reorganize, restructure some stuff. So let me just run them down. Okay, we all talk about facing our demons and facing our darkness, right? And the reason I come up with this is because it's the journey of life, soul, and spirit. So this is my journey, this is my life, and this is my path. And I'm hoping that this can help resonate with someone else. All right. So I don't know the title of this video. I don't have a title, but this will go along with, okay, let me just put it this way. I've always known since a child that I liked it the same sex, but I also known as a child that I liked it the opposite sex too. Right? And even though I didn't come out to 27 and I didn't have my first experience with a male until 27. Well, no, I take that lie back. I had experiences as a child with other children because y'all know children. We like to explore our sexuality, and our parents and uncles and all them like to have Playboys and pornos and stuff. And I was with a family that had a foster care and a daycare, so y'all can imagine. I had experience with, it wasn't forced, but we was all the same age. I remember my first experience was 6 years old. Yeah, 6 years old in the closet with this girl that my mom was babysitting. I got my ass told the fuck up. We was too quiet. Or whatever the case may be. I don't know. So I'm not trying to bring up old things. I just want to explain. Well, no, I don't want to explain. I want to express and share my vulnerability in this moment. And hopefully it can help other men and women. I've known since an early age. Now, I know that in Christianity, Islam, and all that shit, they frown. Even the spiritual community, they frown upon people who like the same sex. I'm not even going to say gay. They frown and they have their oppositions or this and that about being bisexual or gay. What does it matter to you? Because this is what I used to say when I was all angry in my feelings. Be grateful that your ass is not that you don't have to deal with that. Be grateful that you don't have to let that plague your mind. And I'm making this video because it plagues my fucking mind. Okay? So I can imagine a dude who is not out, just like I was. Okay? And his mind is going all over the fucking place. That's why he got to do drugs. That's why he got to smoke. That's why he got to do this and do that to not even self-medicate itself. Unmedicate. I don't even know if that's a word. Self-unmedicate self, I guess. That's the only way I could think of it. by not giving yourself the right nutrients to face those demons and deal with those emotions, right? We do have, okay. People who don't know, like I know, they don't have the tools. I know I got the tools. They got the tools. They just don't know that they got it. Okay. And it's like, you can't learn to drive. Okay. It's like driving a car. You can drive a car, but you can't drive no damn semi truck if you ain't drove a regular pickup truck and then try to drive one of those little trucks you see them driving around the city where they deliver stuff, like, or U-Haul. Let's put it that way. If you ain't drove a U-Haul, then you drive a bigger similar truck similar to that, and you know it's stages. If you haven't been through those stages, then that's the point. All right. So I hope that it stays on point this time. So I'm gonna have to do some editing and chopping and then upload it. All right. So hopefully it doesn't cut off on me this time. Where was I? Being vulnerable and facing the demons. Okay. So I want to talk about me personally. Once again, welcome to the journey of life, soul, and spirit. I am X Unknown, Marco Dane. Okay. Most people don't want to deal with the gay shit. They don't even want to face their own demons. Okay. This is a big demon that Kylie told me I'm going to have to face myself. She helped me with a lot of other egos and stuff like that. But there are some she left for me to conquer. Which is only right because it's my shit, right? The energy is only there to help assist me and give me the knowledge of how to do this the correct way. So I think that I don't think a man should hide himself or a woman should hide herself. I think they should be truthful with themselves and just come out. Regardless of how anybody feel about it, you know, because I think what it is, and I'm going to tell you what it is because I know. They don't want to go through what I've experienced. And no, they don't know me. Those of you who watch this video that are bisexual or low-key DL or whatever, they don't want to feel abandoned. And that's why I'm going to segue into all of that. They don't want to feel rejected because once a person comes out, you're going to get the side eye. You're going to get the evil eye. Not our evil eye, but the other evil eye. Not the spiritual evil eye, but the physical evil eye. Which we call the side eye, whatever. You'll get some people that'll ridicule you. Or that, I knew it. That motherfucker this and that motherfucker that. But do these people ever stop to think about what are they doing in their life? Are they facing their demons? And do they ever stop to even think about the other person's path and what they went through and what they had to go through to deal with the shit that they're dealing with to get to where they are today? Some overcome, some still have to deal with the shit. A lot of people was touched. A lot of people had what I found out, even with our people having the pornos in the Playboys in the house, that's a fucked up psyche within itself for a child. Because we become too sexually aroused, always horny, always this, always. I know because I went through this. I wouldn't be telling you this. I wouldn't be telling you nothing if I didn't go through this. You know what I'm saying? So okay. Rejection and abandonment. I had to deal with that from my parents. My parents are no longer here with us, and I'm really trying to heal this because I don't want to I want to uplift their soul and heal my bloodlines on both sides. I don't want to backtrack and upset their souls when I get angry about some shit. Because that's what I do. We all do that, you know. And I start to realize that I do that when I get angry at shit. Didn't even know, not even realizing until later, that I realized that all the shit that has happened or people went through in their life before they died was just an experience. They were doing the best that they know how. And having these drugs ain't no better. So I'm just going off on a side note. I'm going to get back on track. Now, dealing with your demons and your darkness. So in my path, in my journey of my life of soul and spirit, I have to deal with these things. And I'll let you know a few other things. I don't like the fact that I'm gay. Well, let me rephrase that. I didn't like the fact that I'm gay. I had to accept that about me, which I did. I had to accept the fact that I'm overweight, or I was overweight. I lost over 150 pounds. Well, actually, more than that. I used to be 400 pounds. So I could say I'm about like 240 now. I lost a lot of weight. Still losing some more. But that was on me to do that, right? Coming out, that was on me to do that, right? To face that demon. I'm going to get to that in a second. But everything that's happening now, yes, it's a result of my past, which I have to heal and fix. But at the end of the day, I still have to deal with that stigma of the whole gay thing. Because let me run it down to you. Dealing with this shit in this so-called lifestyle of gay or whatever the fuck people want to call it. Men, in particular, are very fucking judgmental. I see how they treat the women. And they come over and they do the same thing to the men. They do the same thing. Same shit. And try to treat you like you're a bitch. Nigga, I'm a whole man. Fuck is you talking about? I'm a whole motherfucking man. Out here. In these cosmic streets. I'm not trying to be no woman. I'm not trying to dress like no woman. I'm a motherfucking nigga to the core and the heart of me. And that's for real. I don't give a fuck who like it or don't. You can't tell me no motherfucking difference. Period. So I had to deal with that. I had to deal with depression. Depression of a lot of things. You know, I told you I didn't like that I was overweight. I didn't like the fact that I was gay. I had to deal with the fact that I didn't have I've never been in a relationship. Just put it that way. Never been in a relationship with a woman. Never been in a relationship with a dude. I could say, I wouldn't even call them relationships. I'm not even going to go into that whole story, but let's just say I've had something that I thought was going to be a mate or a significant other, but it was all a facade. I was more of like a side piece or something, if you want to call it, if it was even that. Just a little fling, you know what I'm saying? But in my mind, at the time, deceiving myself, I thought that I was in a relationship, that I was really going to make something happen. It didn't. So that fucked me up too. Okay? And I say all of this because this is what I'm dealing with on my path in my life and journey today. I'm working through rejection and abandonment from my father and mother, which extended over into the women and the men that I'm trying to meet in my life. I've given, I've had chances with women and got close to some, but because of my thoughts and because of my framework of the way shit is while I'm in this physical human body, I missed out on opportunities. That's not nobody else's fault. I come to realize that was my fault. It wasn't nobody else's fault. Some of the women I didn't get with because my mind is like, oh, she gotta be this, she gotta be that, she gotta look like this, she gotta be that way. Instead of looking at the beauty of the whole thing. Then I realized later on, I think this was a month or two ago, that I kind of do the same thing with the dudes. Okay? And the reason is because they do the same thing. Motherfuckers don't respond. Motherfuckers don't even give you the time of day. You know, you could be on the dating website and, you know, we all there. We all in these human bodies, so don't get it twisted. Y'all act like y'all don't have sex, okay? Randomly, that's your thing if you do that. But people act like they don't have sex. Okay, I have boundaries when it comes to this gay shit. There's certain things that I won't do, first of all, because I'm still a man at the end of the day. I don't play that ass shit. That's not a turn on to me. That's actually fucking nasty. Super nasty. Okay, so I'm being vulnerable with that right there. I don't give a fuck who like it or don't like it. I don't like ass play. Nothing that has to deal with the ass. Fuck it, lick it, whatever. It's not my thing. I've had female friends and they're like, oh, you don't eat ass? Man, you should try it. Once you eat it, you're gonna love it. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm not gonna let another man eat my ass. Pun intended, excuse my language, but it's the motherfucking truth. Because it's not my thing. And maybe I do got all these boundaries and stipulations and stuff. So I want to say this for other people who need help and guidance from someone. Not from me. If I am that person, cool. But from someone. Y'all can't judge these men and these women out here. You don't know what they went through. Not only are they dealing with gay shit, they're dealing with mommy and daddy issues. You know what I'm saying? You can't fault them because they didn't have, oh, y'all say, oh, yeah, get the fuck over it, nigga. If that was the case, I would have been over this shit 5 years ago when I first started this path and I lit that first white candle for my ancestors to be a guiding light of hope for all of us, including me. If it was that easy for me to just rid myself of this gay shit and get my body to get a God body, you know what I'm saying? Got the muscles going, chest, all that popping, no gut, none of that shit, right? That takes hard work and dedication to do that. And in this world, people are so fucked up because they don't even like big people. I'm gonna be honest, let's talk about that for a second. I know I'm kind of a little bit all over the place, but it's all the same subject pertaining to me in my life and journey. I asked my nieces, my friends, and even women who I'm cool with, right? I say, so how do you feel about big people? Oh, I love big people. They fine, you know. This, that. Long as they smell good, they wash their body. So every big person think big people don't wash their ass. They don't try to smell good or make sure that they. I know a lot of big women, especially from my family. My sister was a big woman, and she tell me, even if it was a Saturday morning, you ain't going no. Just because you ain't going nowhere don't mean you ain't got to get up and wash your ass. Or take a bath. You know what I'm saying? So, that whole stipulation about big people and all this extra shit, y'all could throw that shit out out somewhere in the abyss. I was gonna say the universe, but the universe is too worthy and treasurable for us to even be throwing bullshit out there. This world does that enough. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but the way I'm gonna say you guys, the way certain people treat people is fucking horrible. It's fucking horrible, and I'm speaking on it because don't nobody speak on it. They wrong as fuck, and I don't give a fuck who feels a certain way about it or who don't. That doesn't pertain to me. We gotta stop that shit. You know what I'm saying? Big people have problems too, and I know that's because I was 400 pounds. So dealing with being gay and a big person, you know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I always stayed shaved up. I mean, I'm not now. You know what I'm saying? I got dreads now, but I always had a fresh haircut. Always made sure I smelled good. Always made sure my face was clean and did little facials and shit. Motherfuckers thought I did my eyebrows. You see, I don't do my eyebrows. They're naturally like that. But I was keeping myself up. You know what I'm saying? I still do. But did that make a difference? No. Because people are going to want what they want. And people are going to choose what they choose. And people are going to attract what they desire. Okay? So, if you're a big person, do your best to love yourself. That's all I could say. Because it's taken me a long time to even get 25% of loving myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think I'm halfway there because, okay, I can't, thinking back on it, I can't say I'm halfway there. But it's like a tug of war in a sense. It's the only way I can explain it. You know what I'm saying? So I had to deal with that. I had to deal with other things that's probably not even relevant. But I think Spirit just wanted me to touch on this subject because this is what I'm feeling right now. I wanted to get to know somebody, get to know some people. Men and women, preferably. But because of thought frames and everybody's shit. Now, this is one thing I do not fuck with or disagree. This is a spiritual reset and awakening. So everybody that's dealing with their shit, I understand. I get it. I don't even fault them or nothing. But them motherfuckers that they not even trying to deal with their shit. Fuck if they don't know about chakras or stones or none of that. Because they could be in Christianity or Islam if they know what they doing and work on their shit. You know what I'm saying? They can. It's possible. But I'm choosing to do it this way. And I know it seems like I'm all over the place a little bit because I haven't wrote nothing down. When I do these videos, I'm gonna write it down. But I felt like I was being pushed to put this video out to speak on various different things: vulnerability, depression, doubt, peers, the way your peers see you. You know what I'm saying? I worked on a lot of that stuff, and I'm saying this because maybe it can help you, and maybe y'all can help me because, well, not maybe, I can help you when you can help me. Ain't no maybe, we can. Reason being, I said to my mother and my father plenty of times, but this time I really meant it. I'm sorry you had to go through what y'all went through in life. Y'all did the best that y'all knew that y'all could do because y'all was in human bodies having a human experience and forgot about your divinity. I love you and I accept you, and I will not throw shade or harm or negative insults at you guys no more. Yes, I was doing that because I was angry. Now it's more of sometimes I feel sad. I don't let myself get depressed from it no more, but I used to. Okay. So I got mommy and daddy issues. That's probably why I have relationship issues with men and women. Let me rephrase that. I have great relationships with men and women, far as friendships, being friends. Anything other than that, if I'm trying to get to know somebody, I promise you, I don't push the issue. I don't move too fast. I go with the flow while controlling the flow, so the flow don't overflow me. You know what I'm saying? Quick example. I tried to get to know this girl I was working with, and this is when I first awakened. I was out for some years at this point, but only the people that knew was some close friends and a few family members, right? And I was doing a lot of healing work. This is before I met my biological brothers and sisters and found out that my parents was no longer on this earth plane anymore, which I already knew. But in my monkey human mind, I said, oh no, they're still alive and all of this shit, but I should have known better because of the life that they lived, okay? This girl, I felt the energy like she was into me. And she was. And the co-workers at my job was like, we know about you. You told us that you're bisexual or whatever. You should tell her. You should tell her. And I was like, I want to. So that was the first moment and the first time that I actually got up the guts. I could talk to women. That's not a problem. I actually got up the nerve to actually not even just talk to her, but to tell her, like, hey, look, I'm bisexual. I have been fucking with dudes, but not as much. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I had just turned 30. And I haven't really fucked with another sex. I haven't fucked with the same sex sexually since I was a child. So a whole big gap between childhood and 27, that's a big ass gap. Why everybody out here thought I was just sucking and fucking everything. That's not the case. Because gay niggas don't want fat motherfuckers. Just be honest. I'm being honest with y'all. And that's how some of these women is. They don't want no overweight nigga. They don't want this. They don't want that. So they say, oh, find somebody who wants you. How could you find... Okay, you could do that, right? But does that mean that you settle for anybody, regardless of the size, weight, color, whatever they are? So that means you're supposed to settle for something that you didn't desire or that you don't want. I don't agree with that. And I don't think none of you agree with that. Because I'm not settling for shit. I desire what I desire, and that's point blank, period. We all have that option. Now, have I explored with a bigger person? Yes. And a woman too. I have. No problems, no issues. I love my beautiful big people. I love them. Okay? So I just had to say that because some people don't understand and they don't get it. They don't. All right? So that's something I had to deal with. That. Ralph Smart said something that was so important. He said, choose those who choose you. Okay. I know I've been rolling this blunt for 30 minutes and I'm late for community service. But I guess this video is more important. I'm taking a step back from trying to date or any of that shit. Because when he said that, I realized that I'm the one that's choosing people those same people ain't choosing me back. And then the ones that want to hit me, all they want to do is get fucked in that. What is going on with these dudes? I'm sorry, let's pause. I don't give a fuck if you a nigga on here, but this is the real shit. So y'all know what the fuck is really going on. Because nobody talks about this shit, so I'm going to be the one to talk about it. A lot of men, like Dr. Phil Valentine said has been fucking feminized. They all want to be fucked. This is the truth, ladies. I'm letting you know. If you think your man is a little more than likely he a little okay. Now, if you okay with that, cool. Much love, much love. I don't give a fuck if they're DL. I don't give a fuck if they're discreet. I don't give a fuck if they're feminine. I don't give a fuck. Well, if they are transsexual or cross-dresser, that's just what it is. But guess what? They all think that they asshole is a pussy. It's not. I know I'm bisexual, but I'm telling you right now, it's not. It's not the same thing. Okay? So those who are in the spiritual community who call themselves bisexual or feminine or feminine or whatever you classify yourself as or transgender, that's fine, but you don't have a pussy. I'm sorry, you don't. All right? It's an asshole that shit comes out of. That's exactly what it is. There's nothing else to describe it. A pussy is different. A pussy gonna give you juices from the heavens or the cosmos that's gonna heal you. It can do a lot of shit. An asshole ain't finna do none of that. Period. Okay? So that's why I don't play with that shit. Period. Alright. These niggas like to be fucked, and that's fucked up. Cause where's the masculinity? I'm masculine. I'm pretty sure they're masculine too. You know, when they want to be. I'm masculine all the time. And I don't have to watch sports to be masculine either. That's another misperception about this bullshit. Why basketball, baseball, football, and Easter is about nuts and balls. That's what it's all about. Easter, you go hunting for the nuts and the balls. And football, you motherfucking passing the ball between the balls. And motherfucking basketball, you got nothing but dicks and nuts all on the court, passing the ball to each other to shoot it into a hole. Now, is that hole representative of the great yoni, or is that hole representative of a bitch ass? I don't know where that came from. Abyss and ass. I don't know. But you get what I'm saying, okay? These are things that run through my head. These are things that I thought of. So, these are things that I'm working on. These are things that I'm transmuting, transforming. And it's not easy dealing with abandonment and rejection. Out of that whole, I say out of 100% of the work that out of 100% of the work that I've so far done, I could say I'm at 60% of working on this abandonment and rejection, because I really don't feel how I felt last year about it. I used to get so angry and my body heat up. And then you know how you just get so mad, you just start crying and shit? That shit doesn't happen anymore. I made peace with my mom and my dad so they don't have to deal with the anger from me. Okay? So that helped. I don't have a itinerary. I'm not going in order. So hopefully you guys get what I'm saying. I'm trying not to be all over the place. But don't judge the next person because of who they are. Because you don't know what that does to people. In my case, dealing with not having all the things that I think I should have, or not having no companionship before my intellectual awakening, I was drowning in darkness. You know what I'm saying? This voice came to me. I'm going to share a story. I was sitting in my room one day. Everybody was there. This dude I was in a soul-card relationship was there. And he was fucking my best friend, who's not gay. This nigga get all type of females. Yeah, but they was playing footsies under the table while we was playing cards. These motherfuckers are dip off. Yeah. That will also cause a person to have self-doubt, to feel shameful, and to feel like they're not wanted. I did call this the journey of life, soul, and spirit, right? So I'm telling you my journey. How do you think that made me feel? That I'm supposed to have a whole person who's supposed to be here for me, but they're not. So later on, I don't want to go too far into this, but later on, it was me, my cousins, some friends, and him. And, he laid it all out on the table. He was like, I like big dudes. And when I met you, you was hustling. You had this, you had that. I was the weed man once upon a time. Motherfuckers called my shit. No gloat, no ego or nothing, but it's just what I went through. No ego. I was called the man with 31 flavors. And I don't mean none of that gay shit, okay? This is weed. I'm talking about weed. I was selling. I had multiple flavors. I got it. You got it. You can come get it. So the reason I say this is because he was building me off a facade in his mind instead of getting to know who I am. So he was going off of his ego. Oh yeah, I like big thug niggas, big thug gangster ass niggas. Who's on the DL? Little did this nigga know, I had just came out. I am not no thug. In the spiritual sense, I could be a thuggy. But I just haven't let that part of me radiate from the inside of me yet. But it's there. I'm not a gangster, I'm a warrior. So I guess in the physical sense, I guess you could equate that to that if you want to, but that's not the same to me. That's my opinion. All right. So the nigga said to me, basically, while we're in the stage of we're not in a relationship no more. We're friends. A friend who became my fucking roommate, which is a whole nother story within itself, basically told me the reason why I really fucked with you at first is because I saw how you was working. You know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, you got a whole 4-bedroom crib. Nigga didn't know. I got this 4-bedroom crib on Section 8. You don't know. You didn't even get to know me. You was just so fixated on sex. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even get to know me. So let me finish. A motherfucker said, you got this house, your car, you got a car, you hustling, man, you making money. And at this time, I was getting good unemployment. I had just lost my job. I was getting good unemployment, and I was doing that shit. And you doing this, you doing that, man. You seem like the real thug, gangster ass nigga that I want to fuck with. And I like them. I like them like that. Even if they big. Cool. Because I was a whole 325 pounds at that time, so cool. I'm grateful that somebody will accept me for me. Choose those who choose you. But the nigga built up a fake facade of who he thought I was. The crib I got, nigga, I'm not paying $1,050 a month. Okay. I'm not paying that amount just off of selling these motherfucking $5 bags to $7 to quarters. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing it off of that. I'm not doing it off of unemployment or because you thought I had a good job previous to me meeting you and you see I'm on my shit without a job. And you think I'm this gangster gutter ass nigga. No, I'm just a nigga who keep it real. That's it. That's why the gangsters in the hood fuck with me. Period. That's why they fuck with me. They even fuck with me more harder now because I decided to say, oh, I'm gay, I'm bisexual, I don't give a fuck who like it or don't like it. If you ask me, I will tell you. If you don't, it's none of your business because closed mouths don't get fed and it's none of their business anyway. You get what I'm saying? But because I was truthful about who you is. Are you GD? You gangster disciple? You this, you that? No, I'm Marco motherfucking Dane. And that's all you gonna get. What's up? We gonna be cool or we ain't gonna be cool? Right? So that's how I was perceived. And even when I came out, motherfuckers they fucked with me harder, even more. Because I don't go to my bros, I don't be around my bros and be like, oh, I want to fuck them, or I want to do this, I want to do. No, that is not me. If you my bro, that's what I love. Let me speak on that for a second. That's what I love. That is an aspect of what I love about being me. Where I could go around other men who are my friends or other men who are not my friends and not look at them sexually or not think of them sexually. Now, would that thought try to come across my mind? Yes, because those are the forces that are trying to get me to think of them in that way when I don't even think of that. And sometimes I get disgusted when shit just pop up in my mind. That's letting your shit just run free, right? I really do. I get disgusted. Like if it's like one of my hood friends, for real, and I know they don't get down like that, that shit disgusts the fuck out of me. I can't explain why, but it does. Anyway, so I have to say that. This nigga built up a false perception of me being a thug, being a gangster, being all of this shit. Maybe he's seen that warrior in me, and by it being physical, that's the only way he could describe it. Then there was the other thing, the selling the drugs, which I don't do no more. It's been over 10 years. The niggas I had around me, I had hood niggas around me, and they don't get down like that, as far as what I knew until I found out. You know what I'm saying? So I guess if I would have opened my mouth, I would have went. But see, that's not me. That's not me. I'm Marco Dane. So I'm going to be that. So I'm not going to show up to you as Marco Dane who trying to trick you and get in your pants. I'm going to show up as Marco Dane, the brother. You know what I'm saying? What can we do to put this work in as far as physically? Can we make a business or something? Or we could just be real cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with having real, true boys. You know what I'm saying? I love that about my aspect. I got a lot of friends who accept me for who I am. They don't judge me or nothing. And I love that. I love that. But this nigga built up a false perception of me. And that made me feel some type of way. Because not only did you fuck with my friends who are on the DL, who claim they don't like that gay shit, but they fuck with the shit, low key. I don't care. That's their thing. That's something they have to deal with. That's a demon they gotta face. Oh well, I faced my shit. It made me feel some type of way. It took me into another depression. It took me into so many things that I did not want to go, you know. And it was horrible. When I first woke up in my intellectual awakening, I used to have dreams about him. Like we were still together, fighting, cheating on me. I'm like, why the fuck am I don't like that. And the spirit said, the ancestor said, no, you haven't. That's why when you go to sleep, sometimes you still dream about him. You need to get him out of your system. I got him out. I cried and I realized that that is not the person I want. Because even though I was chosen and I chose him, doesn't mean that we was right for each other. Right? Okay. So that fucked with me. I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, if you are bisexual or you have mixed feelings about your sexuality, talk to somebody. I'm not telling you to go talk to no psychiatrist because all they're going to do is dope you up. You see, they used to shock people back in the daytime about they gay. Talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to tell my cousin I was gay. She was like, oh yeah, we already knew. But she was just waiting on you to say it. Because that day, I locked myself in the room. And I was going to kill myself that day. Because I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not live another day knowing that I was gay. Knowing that I was depressed. Knowing that I was self-loathing. Knowing that I didn't love myself. It felt like nobody loved me. So, I'm here today. I thought I locked that door. But my cousin Show came in clear as day. Like, what is you doing? Something told me to come in here. And literally, I thought I locked the door. I really did. But the spirits unlocked it. Because it wasn't my time. If you are dealing with this stuff, find you some help or somebody you can confide in and talk to. Do not harbor it. This is why most of the men beat up on their women. And the women don't understand what's wrong with their men. Spirit gave that to me. The reason why some men are so nasty towards other women is because not only do they have mommy issues, they're dealing with gay shit. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Because I was put here to observe everything. Everything since I got here, I'm always the one in the back, sitting observing the whole scene. Always, even now, today. I realized I was put here to be the observer. So I guess I'm supposed to observe and not be judged. That goes with something Campson put on her website for a post, 911 spiritual emergency. Go to remnantgathering.com. I'm always going to refer to where the information came from and let you know who it is. I done said a couple people up in here, but I'm just letting you know so you could go there and check it out. So dealing with all of that, they don't know how to channel their emotions. They don't know how to channel their energy. They don't know how to put it in context to where people will understand it, because the Bible, Islam, all this other stuff tell you that shit is not accepted and it's not okay. Okay? So when they don't deal with their shit, they're going to lash out at their girl. They're going to do damage to their girl or do damage to their children. I know. I didn't do damage to anybody. Well, I did. I damaged people's perception and what's the other word? I damaged people's perceptions about me. Because everybody like, oh, you're this loving person. You can sing. Let me hear you sing. And you're so spiritual. And all of the. I'm still in a human body, living a human experience. Dealing with my shit. That doesn't make it all great. These women and men need help. They need somebody to talk to. Is my point. So before you start judging or downing the next person because of their sexuality, you should find out and ask them what did they go through first. What did they go through? And then if you're understanding, you will be understanding to do and know that you are supposed to be an anchor there for that person. See, my cousin was an anchor for me. That's why the spirit made sure she came through that door when I locked it. I release. I say Tresta. Tresta means so it is. That's a Latin word for so it is. And I do the snap of the finger that come from Brother Panic. I don't remember the video, but it was around the time Endgame came out. He was talking about that. So ever since then, if I want something to manifest, snap of the finger. You'll feel your whole vibration change in your body. I don't even think there's no more to say. I think I said everything I wanted to say. I don't want to make this video too long, but people are dealing with shit and they have to learn how to transmute their energy. I'm talking to myself. They have to learn how to just not give a fuck. That's what I've learned. I've learned that thanks to Brother Yusuf and Brother Panic, because I saw Brother Yusuf video yesterday that Brother Panic posted. And it's funny because another video was posted. I forgot her name, but she's a blessing. I love her. On Brother Panic's page, it was posted yesterday about, letting shit go and saying, fuck it. Who cares? You know what I'm saying? So I've been doing that. So, prime example, I did that with my mother and father. You're always going to hear me talk about them much because they are the biggest work. They're out of all the work I have to do, healing the divine masculine and feminine within me from my mother and my father is a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work. It's not easy. All of us have different situations. Okay.